had before. An example of this is I have a lady that's a manufacturer of clothes, and she would trade out at our trade fairs $10,000-$20,000 of excess inventory that cost her, as a manufacturer, whatever her hard cost is. She used all of her trade dollars in her home, okay, as far as construction, whether it was landscaping or nursery, et cetera, et cetera. She has since sold 2 homes and has done this. So she's traded her excess inventory, increased her home value, and made cash out of it. It's just a smart way to go.
Very exciting. What does the future look like for barter in the next 5 years? And do you see that anything is going to expand in a critical way? Or what are the factors that you see will influence the expansion of bartering?
Well, by increasing the awareness, which we try to do every day, it's only going to grow. It's received an enormous amount of attention in the media because of the bad economy. So we see a tremendous growth in the industry. IRTA's membership itself has doubled in 18 months. I'm sure Mark's membership is up in his company. Our companies are reporting revenues, setting records, and memberships and new sales setting records. So it's all on the upside for barter.
Yeah, and I was just going to add, I think there's a couple things. I mentioned technology is really helping us out tremendously. I think that the fact that we have IRTA where we can get together and we can share ideas and find out, hey, what's working for you, what's working for me, and share those ideas, and that helps us grow.
What about computer industry, software industry being involved in barter, where software and computers are sitting around and credit is tight and all that? Do you see that computer companies and software companies will start to get more involved in barter?
If they have excess inventory and they have needs, why not? Why not? If there's things that we can do for them, whether they need hotel rooms or they need printing or they need perks for their employees, why not?
And you did touch on another thing, the extension of credit, Kim, that's very important. Barter exchanges extend credit to their members, and in a difficult economy like this, that's a tremendous benefit that these businesses have. I know Mark's company will extend credit to credit-worthy members, so if you're that garage mechanic repairman and you want to build a new bay on your shop, you have the option of going to somebody like Mark. He might extend you the credit to build that extra bay without having to go to the bank.
That credit that you're talking about, that extension of credit manifests itself as using another person or group from the barter exchange. Is that what you mean in that context?
Yes, extension of trade credit.
Trade credit, got it.
So go back to that florist. If that florist has been in his exchange for 10 years and they have a good track record of trading, and they need a $5,000 credit line above what they have to purchase a new van or something for the business, Mark's going to look at their track record and in all likelihood, extend that credit to them because he knows, he has faith that they'll pay it back with their flowers.
Could it be said that the expansion of the barter industry and the exchange system is directly proportional to the influx of supply, not just the demand, but adding more suppliers of goods and services so that those that are needing them can have them and can use them? Do you agree with that or disagree with that?
Well, that's why it's so important to always have new blood come into the system. You want more inventory, more new members, more merchandise. Yeah, the number one question everybody has is, where can I spend my credits? What do you have new? What do you have exciting? That's why what we do, we work with Constant Contact, and we're sending out 2 email blasts per day of what's hot, what's new, what's exciting.
Constant Contact meaning, do you trade with them?
No. I think it's $50 a month is what we pay, and we just send out email blasts to our whole membership twice a day.
Wow, it would be interesting to start really letting the entire world know about this. It sounds so exciting. What is the complex part of bartering that is difficult from your end of the business, both as a barter exchange and also from the International Reciprocal Trade Association point of view? What's the complex, challenging part of this industry right now?
Let me go ahead.
Well, I think on a day-to-day basis, there are some complexities that get involved with cash and barter mixes, perhaps. Obviously, we already mentioned the concern about trading at retail value. That can be an issue. But for the most part, there aren't a lot of huge taxing issues out there that cause problems. It's a system that works pretty darn well.
What is the typical cost to join both IRTA and an exchange like yours, Mark?
Joining IRTA, what are the dues now?
Well, IRTA is, again, a trade association for barter exchanges.
Right.
So Kim, barter exchanges are members of IRTA, not usually the specific businesses within a barter exchange.
Okay.
So we don't have the plumber, the electrician, the florist. Mark has those in his exchange.
Got it.
But Mark's company is a member of us.
Yeah, so just like those plumbers and the florists belong to my exchange, I now in turn belong to IRTA, now, which now means that plumber and the florist, if they want to take a trip to Alaska or go to San Antonio, they can now do it through ACX, through IRTA.
Right. We have, like I said, Universal Currency, which is a trading house, trade exchange for trade exchanges. So the exchange in Alaska has the accommodations for Mark, and that transaction is run through us.
Very exciting. The Universal Currency was started by who?
Started by IRTA in 1997. It's a subsidiary company owned 100% by IRTA.
And does one become a member of that as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Trade exchange does.
The trade exchange does.
Right, not just a regular business owner. And the advantage to someone like myself, a trade exchange, if there isn't something like a currency, like the universal currency, my only other option would be is to create reciprocal relationships with each and every trade exchange. So in IRTA right now, I believe there's 75 different trade exchanges. I would have to have a reciprocal relationship with Alaska, with San Antonio, et cetera, et cetera. Now I only have one, and all my accounting is done by them. One.
Got it.
We're up to 100 now, Mark.
I said 75 plus.
What if a company or an individual is working with a barter trade exchange and is unhappy with some inability to find or use their trading credits for goods and services that are of interest to them?
Then they shouldn't be. Then they should not be a member. One problem we find is if somebody gets stuck on just one thing, and hey, it's all about supply and demand. It may not be available. You're not going to get a limo, on prom night. You're not going to get a hotel New Year's Eve. So it's upon availability. But the people that work with us, if they give us a list of things, they give us, let's say, a list of 10 things. Normally we can get 3 of them in 24 hours. We'll get another 3 in a week. And another 3 we may not be able to get right at this time. We have to have our salespeople go out and get it. So it's education. They got to understand how the system works.
It sounds like it's very dynamic, like any other trading transaction economy almost. Is it?
Well, it changes every day. And the savvy members of an exchange are very aggressive and are in contact with Mark every day. Mm-hmm. They're calling up and saying, what do you have new that's hot?
Right. And that's why that constant contact is so important for us, because we can blast out to all 500 members, and then we just wait and let them pick and choose, and then we just put in the invoices at the end of the day.
Very exciting. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been learning from and talking with Mark Tracy at the American Commercial Exchange in Los Angeles, and Ron Whitney, the Executive Director of IRTA, the International Reciprocal Trade Association. And we've been focusing on the concept and the opportunity of barter. And gentlemen, I thank you so much. It's very illuminating, and I'm very excited to participate with you and to invite audiences who are listening to do the same. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Kim.
Thank you.